It's the NFL on EA Sports. And coming up, it'll be no holds barred between NFC North rivals. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. And it's coming right up on Madden NFL 23.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, it's a black and blue matchup in the NFC North between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Greg Joseph now ready to get this one started, and we are underway from Minneapolis. This taken in at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Green Bay's offense trots out, and just as it has been since week 1 of the 2008 season, Aaron Rodgers leads the way, now in his 18th year in the National Football League.
Even as he nears age 40, Aaron Rodgers' game isn't taking a single backward step. He became only the 4th player to win back-to-back MVP awards and led Green Bay to its 3rd straight 13-win season. He avoids turnovers better than anyone in football at the quarterback position, and Green Bay, they are always a front runner with him under center.
Right to the air is Rodgers. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Caught by Cobb. And he goes out right around the 39. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
The duo of Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon split the work in Green Bay last season. Jones was still his excellent self with almost 1,400 all-purpose yards and 10 touchdowns. He even moved into the all-time top 5 for the Pack in rushing. No small feat with that franchise's history.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Shotgun now for Rodgers.
That one to the sideline, and a nice catch there. He stays in bounds, but a penalty marker is down as well.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Rodgers. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 30. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Meanwhile, Rodgers throw into the hands of Cobb. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion good for just 3. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there.
And he remains perfect on this opening drive. Charles now 5 of 5 and another 1st down to work with.
He's like one of those great shooters in basketball that has his rhythm, has his confidence, and he doesn't think anything is going to miss right now. As far as he's concerned, he's going to be perfect the entire game, and who's to say that it won't happen the way he's throwing it right now.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Review the play. The ruling on the field.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Here's Rodgers. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown.
Aaron Aaron Rodgers hitting Allen Lazard. And the Packers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they'd put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they liked, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
Extra point up and good by Crosby, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense coming out for the first time, and in his 5th season leading this crew, coming off his 3rd career Pro Bowl nod, Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins is back for his 5th year as Minnesota starter, tied for the longest streak of stability the team has had at quarterback since, get this, Fran Tarkenton in the late 1970s. He's been excellent during that time, making his 2nd Pro Bowl last season after 4,200 yards and 33 touchdowns through the air. The Vikings, though, still hovering right around 500 at the 8-win mark, hoping to see him lead a talented roster back to the postseason.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start the drive with Cook. Good move at the 30. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
Another top 5 season in rushing for Cook last year, his 3rd straight over 1,100 yards, and his 3rd straight ending with a Pro Bowl selection. This season can see a couple more milestones for him. He will cross 5,000 yards very early and could climb to 3rd on the Vikings' all-time list of rushing leaders.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory.
Brought down that time by Quay Walker.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, Cook. They find some open field here. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
So the big gain all for naught for the offense. That yellow flag is going to bring it back.
Oh, what a tough look for the offense because they see all that yardage lost and that ball's walked back and then some behind the original line of scrimmage.
Cousins.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Cousins in step with Jefferson that time. First down, Vikings.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. On play action, Cousins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Osborne. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Cousins. He'll dump this off to Cook. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 20-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. To throw, Cousins. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Cousins now. Touchdown, Vikings! Irv Smith Jr. from 8 yards out. And the Vikings are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed, way harder to cover than before.
Greg Joseph on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A 10-play drive that time, and it's polished off by a Viking score. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Number 12 back out there. Aaron and his Packer teammates set to begin their drive. Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watch the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they run standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Joseph now to have the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Green Bay offense ready to take over.
That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 23.
And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On the delay, Jones. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. When with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They're starting to put some space here. The first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground.
And taken down just shy of the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Cook. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. Nifty move. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
53 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
3rd and short yardage. Cousins. Over the middle, complete. It's Cook.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
They certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. On 1st and 10, Cousins.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
And he is going to lose yardage here. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Now Cousins. Touchdown! KJ Osborne, 34 yards. And the Vikings go up by 2 touchdowns.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
Joseph on for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And this is caught by Watkins. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. To throw again on 2nd down, Rodgers. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So that challenge is a successful one.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Rodgers to throw once more. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Open man left side, it's the tight end, Tunyon. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Yeah, it's been a disappointing first half for him, all things considered. And this can serve as the capper. It's a missed field goal and the late going, and that's only going to serve to lessen the mood even further.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Here's Cook again.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. It's caught, Smith. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. Now Cousins. And that is incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
The Vikings send out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Working from the gun, Rodgers. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. But Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. .36 yards on the punt with no return, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 38.
He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook.
Showing off the quick feet that time and getting forward for a pickup of 3 yards.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 41, Cousins. He'll find Thielen work in the middle. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Cousins to throw it. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. Touchdown, Vikings! Adam Thielen, 53 yards.
And the Vikings take a 3-touchdown lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And sometimes you see big plays develop on a route like this, a slant route. And the object, very simple. Get the ball to your receiver in stride. This one was right on the money. He didn't miss a beat. And then it's off to the races, and there he goes.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
He'll find the blower complete.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers.
He's got Tunyon complete over the middle.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. 3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3. Now Rodgers. He finds his man complete. That's Watkins. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 42. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Eight yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Rodgers to throw. Now he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. We saw this a lot in the 1st half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. They'll try and run for it with Jones. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now.
Going with their tight end on fourth. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. And a gadget play here on fourth down winds up backfiring. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on fourth down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
To about the 35, 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Cousins. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Cousins.
And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
And they get the guard, John Runyon.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Rodgers now to throw.
That's going to be caught downfield by Lazard.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Allen Lazard just keeps improving season by season, and he's become a favorite of quarterback Aaron Rodgers. This year needs to be his biggest jump yet because the Packers need someone to step up and replace Davante Adams. Looked a little bit like Adams on that catch, moving the sticks.
On 1st down, Rodgers.
And Lazard's got it again.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. He'll find Jones again, complete.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
Now a draw play. This is Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Rodgers now on first down.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. Flush to his right.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
This spot in the 4th quarter, that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
The Vikings send out their punter, standing just about on his own goal line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And some room to maneuver. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time.
And not that the coach asked me, but I do like the call there to start the drive. Looking for something maybe to jumpstart this offense. And they decide to run a little screen play. Maybe give their running back a little bit of space. Mission accomplished. He turns that into good yardage and a quick first down.
Rodgers going to throw. Looking deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. This is complete to Watkins on the slant.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Again, that's Watkins.
And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Rodgers to throw once more. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown.
A.J. Dillon
taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They run it again with Cook. And some room to work. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
109 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll run with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Dalvin Cook.
A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Vikings have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
Joseph now to have the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Rodgers. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And one more time, that's Watkins. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers looking for Tunyon on the crosser, and he's got it complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 40. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Throwing now is Rodgers. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And again, it's Rodgers. And Jones has it over the middle. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Now Rodgers. The left side completion to Jones. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And it'll be 4th down. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And we talked so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover